How to connect passenger and cargo trains in Cities Skylines 2. Let's get started. Step number 1 when creating train lines in Cities Skylines 2 is to identify the outside connection. And as you can see here, north of our city, we do have a highway outside connection that can get goods in and out of our city. Well, what we'll eventually have to do is later in the video, we're going to actually connect that up. So right now we are currently buying 14 tiles just to get that outside connection. Now you're going to see later on in the video why it's so important to have that outside connection. But for right now, it probably looks like I'm wasting a lot of time and money. Step number 2 is to create a rail yard. It is the bus depot of trains in Cities Skylines 2. So click that transportation icon and click the train tab. As you can see here, everything is locked until we create the rail yard. The rail yard is $150,000, 300 XP, and will give you up to 10 different train vehicle options. Now that we have that in place, step number 3 is to quickly create the outside train connection. So make sure you have the double train track to and from. And what I need to show you is this specifically, is make sure you connect and have that double arrow and make sure you create the outside connection. Now, step number 4, pretty simple. We're just going to plop down a train station. That is, I think we've all done that before, but the Cities Skylines 2 train station does look pretty good. I'm a pretty decent fan. So now that we have our trains all connected up, what we need to do is make sure the rail yard is directly connected to our passenger train station. That will enable us to create train lines. So I know that looks silly. This is just for the tutorial, but that does look silly, but that is 100% necessary when you're creating train lines in Cities Skylines 2. So now that we have everything in place, what do we do next? That is a great question. The next step is to create the passenger lines in Cities Skylines 2. So what you're going to do is go to that yellow icon and click on one of those green train icons. So you're only allowed 3 different trains on that certain platform. So what I did was click on one of the green, and then what I did was you have to click on the outside connection, and then you have to complete a full circuit train line. So if you don't do that, trains will not be coming. Passenger trains will not be coming to your city. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now also, there is parking at your train station, so increase that to as much as possible. I only bumped it up to 13. So that's not too bad. Anyways, now what you're going to see here is there is our train depot, and we're going to go really zoomed in. And you can see here, zoom in, let's see, right there. Oh, you can see here the FPS is a little funky, but there you go. There it is. We have passenger lines in Cities Skylines 2. That was pretty simple. We have 2 trains, and they were able to connect up pretty easily to our passenger train station. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to create the cargo train station so we can export cargo and make a lot of money by exporting the cargo. Now, same idea, but here's a key. It's going to sound weird, but the cargo train station is only a one-way. What I mean by that is when you click it down, you can see here that trains can only go in and out of the cargo train station one direction. In last year's game, it could go right through. You know, in Cities Skylines 1, it literally went right through and you could have train lines just passing on by. But in this game, you only have one way in and one way out when creating a cargo line. Now that the cargo line has been connected, what we need to do next is we need to do the same thing we did with the passenger train line. We need to create a cargo train line, which is completely different. We did not have to do that in Cities Skylines 1. It just automatically did it for us. And as you can see here, ooh, brown was not the best color. But what you can see here is we can connect our cargo line to the outside train connection and then bring it right back. There we go, as we finish it up. And there we go, we completed the train line in Cities Skylines 2. In Cities Skylines 2, you do have some different control, like you can actually change the color of the train line itself. Like obviously all transportation in Cities Skylines 2, you're able to do that, but you can also control the number of vehicles, see how long the length is, and see how many stops there are on your cargo train station line. So that, guys, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day.